Welcome back to the Daily Trading Journal. These are the kind of days that I don't want to do the journal, but they are the most important days to do the journal. As always, this is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a certified financial advisor, certified financial planner of any sorts. This is simply the musings of my journal as I'm learning and struggling through the process of becoming a successful day trader. Now, this day kind of sucked. However, there was one really good play, one really good win, one really good setup that I played perfectly and then threw it away again. So let's just get right into it. First and foremost, grabbed 10% from me right off the bat. It was coming up to its pre-market high, which would have been my perfect play, breaking through the pre-market high at 368. Went ahead and bought in at 352 as it was starting to make its way through this first resistance level. But I have been getting really in trouble by these plays. What happens is I get bored. I get bored and I'm like, okay, this is going to move. We're going to make this move. Let's move. And then it flushed. Man, did it flush. And this happened to me yesterday too, if I'm not mistaken. So bought in and then I just watched all these candles here. I mean, it was pretty sad. Okay, there we go. You can see it. And then finally at 322, I was like, okay, this cannot go any lower. It was below, like it was almost down to yesterday's like average level. And so that was just a terrible play. And I'm glad I got out because it ended up only coming back up to about 38. So I would have claimed maybe 10 cents. And it was really just emotionally better for me to cut that loss. Lost 10% on that trade right off the bat. Super frustrating. But then FSRD popped up on the scanner, and that was looking like a perfect setup. Should have just waited for that. But of course, I got an itchy trigger finger and went into a trade that was not smart. So FSRD popped up on the scanner. Perfect, pre-market high gap and go. Saw it as it was at around the 17-cent mark. And then right as I saw it break through that high of day, and then had two strong candles, I went in. So I went in at 1938. Let's see here, 1938, right about there. Had a little bit of pullback and then ripped up to 22 and then pulled back. And I held on to the pullback. That was my plan. I want to hold my winners longer. So I held through the pullback. And then I went ahead and sold at 22. Now, perhaps a better play for me would have been to hold through this consolidation and then gone and sold up here around maybe the 24. Instead, I went ahead and I got into INM and gave back 2%. I got into FSRD again at 22. It dropped to 21, gave back 3%. I get into ACAN and rode it from 33 cents to 31 cents. And then finally, I tried to play FSRD one more time and I rode it from, this actually would have been a good play, but I wanted to try and hold my winners longer. And it was just really frustrating. So I got in right here around 22 and then took it all the way up to 24. Like held this whole time, really good hold, and then just watched it crack down and crack down and crack down. But I was like, I'm trying to discipline myself to hold winners longer. And it ate me here. It really ate me because holding that, selling up around the 20, selling up around the 24.5 mark, 0.245, would have put me 1% positive on the day. And that's like excruciating because it's like I was trying to stick to my plan to like hold through those resistance levels and it just broke down. And, initially I would say I was gonna finish the day at that 14% win. I thought, okay, I'm up 4% on the day. It was up about like $4. I think yesterday was 25. The day before was 25. And I thought, that's good. I even told myself going into this day, like, just go for a small win. You've had two really good days in a row. Go for a small win. Man, greedy schmuck that I am. I wanted more. And I knew it was not the time to want more. I mean, if you were in the market today, most everything has been breaking down. Some stuff has had a little bit of a run up, and then it's just been teetering down after about 10 a.m. CST, even like 9:30 CST. It's just been teetering down, and anything that didn't break down right off the bat has been breaking down. And so I saw the general market. I knew the signs were not going in my favor, and I wanted to force. I forced for failure. I didn't follow for favor. Now, the thing that I did follow, the initial run of FSRD did really well. But again, I tried to force grab. It showed me who was boss. And I tried to force the rest as it's all been breaking down. So again, big smack in the face today from the market. I really did not handle it well, even though I had a really nice 14% gain. Let's see, I gave 19%. Or no, more than that. Let's see, where am I at? Let's see what we got. 10, 12, 15, 20. Yeah, I gave back 20, 22%. So yeah, just 23%. Yeah, 23, maybe 23. I don't know. Who's here to do math? We're in the markets, right? It's all about numbers, and I can't even do basic math because I'm very frustrated. So again, I think let's talk about what tomorrow looks like. Tomorrow, I need to approach with a very clear mind. I need to approach it as a new day, not as a continuation of today. I'm still up 11% on the week. No. I can't even process right now. It's just driving me crazy. $17% of the week. So still up a good amount. I'm still up $24 on the week since I was up 50 and then lost 29 today. So it's still doing good. And I think the way I can best finish the week strong through learning is going to be to have either a small day tomorrow or the way I can best redeem this week mentally is to aim for a small day, and if profits run, let them run. I had a good trade, and I knew that initial trade was just a bad trade. I just didn't handle it well. And for some reason, seeing that 4%, that positive 4% just wasn't good enough for me. That positive $4 just wasn't good enough for me. And I was talking to my wife, and I said, on bigger size, a $400 gain, so let's add 2 zeros to that because I'm trading pretty small size right now. A $400 gain is way better than a $2,900 loss. Because that's the difference, right? Like if we extrapolate this over percentages, I was up $4, now I'm down $29. And that's the kind of attitude and approach that kills progress. And I'm super grateful that I'm trading small size. I'm super grateful that I'm approaching this in a very disciplined way. Excuse me. But man, I did not handle it well. After that 10% loss, my biggest loss was 5%, which is within my range. I want 1 to 2% losses, but 5% was good, was okay. And those were on much better setups. And so I'm not overly frustrated by the day. I think I'm just overly frustrated by my unwillingness to just put it down. my unwillingness to just like move forward and move on. And I want to really let this sink in because I don't want to create a habit of this. Tomorrow, thinking about it, like I want to hold winners longer. I just don't know if I'm necessarily ready for that. And what I mean by that is I don't know if I can trust my intuition on the market longer. I'm getting better entries. My entries are becoming much better. I mean, outside of the entries that were made today here, as you can see, these last 4 were very poor entries because, well, I can't really even say that because this here, this 22.85, if I would have held it through the pullback, I mean, that could have been a 10% gain. And I could have just like finished there. I jumped around. I think that's one of the other things too. Like if you look at bad days, like when I trade really poorly, it's a lot of jumping around. It's a lot of trying to find the right move. When I trade very well, which was the first 2 days of this week, it's like 1 or 2 stocks. And it's just like, I get in, I nail it, I move on. And so again, if you're still watching this trading journal, that's fine. This is really more for me, and hopefully you'll learn something from it. What really grinds my gears the most is I felt very strong in my progress. I felt very strong in mental faculties. I was reading the Daily Trader last night and got really motivated to try and hold winners longer. But I think the issue was I saw the signs that it wasn't going to continue up. It wasn't a really strong continuation of the stock. And I held longer for the sake of holding longer, not because I absolutely trusted the pattern. And I think that is where I'm not a strong enough trader yet to see clearly through in those moments. I need to continue to take those smaller profits and maybe leave a few shares on the tail end of a trade just to see and if it did it and to see how it does it. But like this is just, it's not healthy mentally as I'm trying to grow. And I'm going to keep babbling. So I need to close this out just for myself. So a 9% down day on the week where I was up 26%. We're okay. 27%, 28%. I don't know. My mind's so foggy. Okay. Tomorrow, stop entering trades early. That if there's anything I can do to help improve, it's going to be that, because I've started every day with a losing trade this week. And it got progressively worse. I started Monday with a 1% down losing trade, Tuesday 4%, and now Wednesday 10%. And so I need to focus on my setups. First and foremost, I got a little overconfident coming into Wednesday. The setup I did see moved very well in my favor. The setup that I tried to predict moved against me fast. If I do get into a setup that does change direction based on my knowledge of my pattern that I'm seeking after, cut the loss quickly. Can always re-enter, but I have to cut the loss quickly. That is how I redeemed my worst day last week and still got 0%, is I just cut so quickly. I just cut. And it really helped me to allow my winners to still be strong. Because if I would have cut these quickly, I could still have a good percentage gain today. Okay. Next, hold winners that are running, not consolidating. Looking at FSRD, this was a very, Very slow grind up. This took a lot to get up. That's choppiness. That is not a stock that is promising a huge push through the high of day. I held the stock for the sake of the hold. I didn't hold it because I felt like it was actually going up higher than that. And so I could have taken that 8% gain, redeemed a little bit of the profits that I threw away. And so that's really, really what it boils down to. So finally, just for my own sake, to reiterate, follow the pattern that I am developing, which is the pre-market high gap and go. Played that perfectly on my initial play for FSRD. Watch for the tap trap, though I'm getting better at that. Hold winners longer only when the stock is strong, not after it's had its initial push. I'm finding that after it's had its initial push, it is very unpredictable for me. Take the profits, take the small profits, because right now, my intuition on the market is not as strong as it needs to be. I need more time. I need more time to prove out, to understand patterns, to see how things ebb and flow, to refine the intuition based on historical storage in my mind and through these journals. And so I'm very, very happy that it was only a 9% loss today. Could have flushed me out a lot more. I mean, I had a couple weeks ago, where are we at here? A couple weeks ago, I had a negative 24% day, negative 27%, negative 12. Had some really bad days. And so I could have easily given back my entire week today because I was not trading well. And my goal is to be green, and I lost sight of that goal. I lost sight of the simple goal of being green on the day. Because being green on the day small is better than being red on the day big right now where I'm at in my trading journey. All right, I'm going to end this one. I feel better after talking through it. I'm still excited for tomorrow. I still am stoked about that 14% gainer, but I let the ones that I wanted to predict smash the ones that I was actually following. So again, follow for favor, force for failure. And I forced, and it bit me today. So really excited about tomorrow. Can't wait for the journal tomorrow. If you watch till the end, bless you. Thanks for being here. Again, this is educational and entertainment purposes only. And I hope that you have strength in your journey to weather the bad days and celebrate the good days. I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Till next time.